10.1 1.
Vincent van Gogh was born in Holland in 1853. Before he became a painter, he sold pictures in an art gallery in The Hague. In 1886, he went to live with his brother, Theo, in Paris. When he was in France, Van Gogh painted over 750 pictures, including sunflowers and irises. He was very poor and only sold one painting in his life. But in 1990, someone sold his painting, Portrait of Dr. Gachet, for $82 million.
2.
Bob Marley was born in Jamaica in 1945. His mother was Jamaican and his father was English. Bob made his first album, Catch a Fire, in 1972, and his reggae music soon became famous all over the world. In 1975, he met his wife Rita at a concert, and soon she became a singer in his band, The Wailers. Bob Marley died of cancer in 1981, but Rita and his son Ziggy still make reggae records today.
3.
Coco Chanel was born in 1883 in France. She was from a poor French family and went to work in a hat shop when she was young. The clothes she made became popular in the 1920s. In 1920, she created the perfume Chanel No. 5. She became a very rich and successful businesswoman.
4.
Charlie Chaplin was born in London in 1889. In 1912, he left England and went to work as an actor in Hollywood. He made his first film in 1914 and soon became very famous. In 1920, his salary was $10,000 a week. In 1952, Charlie Chaplin left the USA and went to live in Switzerland. In his life, he made over 100 films, and he had 4 wives and 12 children. Charlie Chaplin died on Christmas Day in 1977.
10.2
Leave, left. Sell, sold. Go, went. Meet, met. Write, wrote. Become, became. Make, made. Have, had.
10.3 1.
John Lennon sang with the Beatles and wrote songs.
2.
Shakespeare wrote Romeo and Juliet.
3.
Billie Holiday sang blues and jazz.
4.
Elvis Presley was an actor and a singer.
5.
Audrey Hepburn was an actress.
6.
Mozart wrote operas.
10.4
J.K. Rowling was born in England in 1965. She loved reading and wrote her first story, Rabbit, when she was only 6 years old. She studied French at university, then worked as a secretary in London. She had the idea for Harry Potter when she was on a train. "Harry just walked into my head," she said later. She started writing the first Harry Potter book the next day. In 1992, she went to live in Portugal for 3 years. She wrote Harry Potter in the morning and worked as an English teacher in the afternoon and evening. She got married to a Portuguese TV journalist and had a daughter called Jessica. Then she returned to Britain and lived in Edinburgh, in Scotland. She was unemployed at that time and wrote in cafes because they were warmer than her small flat. After 5 years, she finished the first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. The book sold millions of copies all over the world, and Joanne Kathleen Rowling became very famous. She is now very rich, but she still writes her books in cafes.
10.5 A.
Watch. Watched.
B.
Work. Worked.
C.
Start. Started.
D.
Like. Liked.
E.
Talk. Talked.
F.
Return. Returned.
G.
Love. Loved.
H.
Hate. Hated.
I.
Marry. Married.
10.6
King Arthur was born at the castle of Tintagel in England. His parents weren't married, so the baby boy went to live with Merlin, a wizard. Merlin became Arthur's friend and teacher. He taught Arthur everything he needed to know to become king. One day, when Arthur was 15, he went out with Merlin. They were near a lake when they saw the white arm of a lady in the water. In her hand there was a magic sword, Excalibur. The lady of the lake gave the sword to Arthur. Everyone knew then that he was their next king. With the help of Excalibur, Arthur became a good soldier and a great king. He lived in the castle of Camelot, where there was a famous round table. There Arthur and his knights sat to talk about their battles. Arthur married the beautiful Guinevere, but she loved Sir Lancelot, one of Arthur's knights and his best friend. One day, in a terrible battle, Arthur told one of his men to throw Excalibur back into the lake, and the hand of the lady of the lake took back the sword. Excalibur disappeared forever. Arthur died in battle.
10.7
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
10.8
First, second, third, fourth, 10th, 13th, 21st, 30th.
10.9. A.
What's the date today?
It's the 21st, I think.
B.
When's your birthday?
April the 15th.
C.
John Lennon was born on October the 9th, 1940.
D.
I was born on December the 30th.
E.
My parents got married on January the 16th, 1982.
F.
I met my husband on March the 12th. It was a cold day and I was just about...